And complex projects like speed raising and station redevelopment required lot of handholding by specialized agency in terms of preparatory work, exploring technology options, and managing bid processes. Railways has signed in the past MOUs for technical cooperation with number of foreign railways and entities. We propose to launch Foreign Rail Technology Cooperation Scheme in order to achieve the higher quality of service for our nation. The suburban rail networks are the lifeline for metro cities of Mumbai, Kolkata, and Chennai. To meet growing demand where there is an urgent need for integrated transport solutions, we will work with all states towards this end. We propose to take up MUTP 3 from Mumbai. Expansion of railway network to remote and backward areas serves as an engine for growth and brings overall socio-economic development of the region. We propose to set up joint ventures with states for focused project development, resource mobilization, land acquisition, project implementation, and monitoring of critical rail projects. I am happy to share that most of the states have conveyed their acceptance to our proposal. And Madam, this is really a path-breaking thing. The states now will be able to join hands, will be able to develop projects with them, and now, thanks to our finance minister, that large amounts of money are going to the states. Part of that can be used for this purpose. Railways have a big shelf of projects which requires to be executed at a fast pace. The expertise of railway PSUs will be used by leveraging their balance sheets to expedite the completion of identified projects within specified timelines and to undertake a higher volume of activities. It is also proposed to set up JVs with our major public sector companies who are our customers for meeting the requirements of new line. And I am very happy to say that the coal minister, oil and gas minister, the steel and cement ministers are already committed a huge thousands of crores for this purpose, which will be used for execution of works, will ensure faster completion and ultimately provide the much needed path for them to transport their produce and at the same time generate revenues for railways. Madam, thrust number 7 is improvement to management process and systems. For the delivery of the action plan, railways will require new governance structure, new delivery mechanism, extensive management reform, and transparency across the board for quick decision making. I have already delegated the powers in respect of stores and work standards to general managers. I intend to further delegate, decentralize, and deregulate. Rules and regulations governing freight business will be simplified and made more customer friendly. We have abolished the system of obtaining rail transport clearance from the ministry. We also intend simplifying the entire process of construction of private siding. Delegation empowerment should be accompanied with accountability and responsibility, and also monitoring from the apex to ensure that the organization objectives are being met. Towards this end, we propose to get a systems audit conducted for all railways in the next few months. An exercise in identification of global benchmark for key operating and maintenance activity is being carried out. We intend to improve upon the existing appraisal mechanism for the selection of project and introduce simulation tool for project planning and decision making. Further, it is proposed to introduce EPC system for contracting of all our railway projects. We have limited resources and thus must ensure that all public expenditure results in optimal outcome. We therefore intend to set up working group to modify the present system of accounting to ensure tracking of expenditure to desired outcomes. The data on costing would be available online, including costs incurred on constructing, augmenting, maintaining, and operating railway lines. This will also help in undertaking post-commissioning evaluation studies. We will have the train operations audited with a view to increasing productivity and bringing in transparency. We are also proposing to expand the paperless working in our material management system. In line with focus on ease of doing business, we'll digitally integrate our vendors through vendor interface management system to provide single window interface. Madam, the most important thrust 8 area is resource mobilization. Madam, railway is resource tight. This is unsustainable. Let alone capital investment, there is not even left for depreciation. Conventionally, we have looked for gross budgetary support only from one source, from the finance ministry. But this business as usual is never viable nor necessary. First, the Union government